Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to week 2, a late coming again, week 2's update for the movie Marquee challenge. As you can see, I'm in a different location again. I mean, it's not different anymore. Since getting the boys, I've been out here in the living area more than, well, not more than, but more than I used to be, because it just depends on the time of day. Maverick is with me. He's snoozing just over here. He was upstairs with his dad and then decided that he needed to come down and have some mommy time, which I'm more than fine with, of course. But I had just gotten him down basically for a nap. I know he kind of sounds like a baby when I say he's my baby, but you know, when I say it that way though. And we have been getting some rain. And we got some hail with it, and the hail freaked him out, and he started barking like I was afraid he was going to wake Otis up upstairs with his dad, and he may have, but they didn't come down, and David didn't, like, sometimes David will text me and be like, what's going on, you know, from upstairs. Then I have to be like, nothing, it's just Maverick, you know, freaking out or whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. But nobody texted, nobody came down. He didn't like send Otis down or anything, so maybe he didn't wake them up. But regardless, he's very awake right now, or was, I mean, and he just settled down. And I was like, well, I've put it off long enough, maybe I'll just stay out here with him and do the video. You guys don't ever really mind where I'm at, whether I'm in one of my yarn rooms or down here in the living area with Maverick in them. So here I am. So after that lengthy reason as to my change of scenery, if you have never joined us for the movie Marquee challenge before, this is a year-long collaboration challenge that I'm doing. Last year I did it with Sandy from Crochet Canada, and then she bowed out, and this year I am doing it with Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts, and I am doing it with Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks, and both of those ladies are linked down below, so you can check them out. And what it is we have picked movies at the beginning of the year, and we are trading off months. Each month we are picking a movie at random from our movies. Like January was my month, this month is Bella's, next month will be Samantha's. And showing you the movie poster. We are drawing inspiration from the colors in the poster and making a project. And we are inviting you guys to join along also. So it doesn't have to be the same things that we're making. It doesn't even have to be the same like type of things. Like I know Bella is making blankets. Like last year I made full-size blankets and stuff. She's doing that this year. Samantha is making a cardigan with different squares for each month, inspired by. We've had people in the Facebook group who have been doing blankets. They've been doing cardigans, baskets, squares for blankets, different things. And there was a snood based on the colors from last month. And I have been doing, I'm going to do basically a tile is what I've been calling it. It is, originally the pattern was a full-on crochet along. It is and everything will be linked down below that I'm about to tell you, but it is the Anno 1926 cal, and it is in like 17 different parts. Well, I did part 1 and like half of part 2. And what I end up with from that is basically a triangle or a diamond, and then I put corners on it so that I have a rectangle. Those rectangles are going to be my tiles. So instead of granny squares, that's going to be a tile per month. So I'll have 12 tiles by the end of the year joined together to make a blanket. Sounds way more complicated than it is, and each month for the Anno Cal, they suggested picking 9 colors for the blanket to begin with. So I have been trying so far, like for January and for this month, I've picked out 9 colors. But I know some months just won't have 9 colors with them because the movie posters just may not be that colorful, or I'll have to get really imaginative with it. But so far, so good. Not even all of the colors have been incorporated into this month's so far, but I am going to show you the colors that I have picked out. Well, first I'm going to show you the movie. How about that? It's, like I said, it was Bella's pick. The movie is right here, which is Goonies. There's the poster for you. Which, yeah, we talked about last month being, or last time, being not one of my favorites, but it is a lot of people's favorites. It is very colorful. The poster is very colorful. So let me show you guys the colors that I picked for that poster. I am trying to use everything out of my collection this year, and I am trying to use up, like I have a lot of like floppy skeins that are somewhat used but not very used. I have a lot of scrap balls that are fairly big sized. I'm trying to use all those up in the process if I can. So I have, for like the treasure in the poster, I have this gold, which is a big twist value in Varsity Gold. Let's see, I have, pretty sure this is a red heart. If it's not a red heart, it is an old big twist value when it was scratchier. But I think this is red heart Patty Green. And that's for the treasure also. The next couple are all treasure, for the bits of treasure, like the sapphires, the emeralds, and then the rubies. This is also a big twist value. I don't remember the name of it. Like, I almost want to say it is either peacock or sapphire, but I could be very wrong about that. But I know it's a big twist value. And then for the rubies, this is definitely another big twist value. It's in the color Varsity Red. And then if you also look in the poster, there's like, I think it's water with light shining, like water flowing with the light shining down on it. And so I picked this light blue, which is another Joann's big twist value. And the color, I think this color is cornflower. So I picked that, and then that ends basically the scrap balls. So these are the floppy skeins. Here is the white that goes with it for the light. That's a Walmart Mainstays. And then the Goonie lettering is orange. This is a Bernat value. And then the last two that I have, there are a series of different browns, whether it's like the cave, sewer cave, whatever surroundings. The dark brown, which I think is called, it's another big twist value, called chocolate brown. And their outfits and different shades in the poster have this tannish brown color, which is called camel, and it's another big twist value. I had a lot of big twist value. I did have a lot of like 1 or 2 skeins of like almost every freaking color of big twist value, because if you remember a year or 2 back, they had a really good Thanksgiving sale, like Black Friday sale, where they were like, I don't know, like $1 a skein or $1.25 a skein or something like that. And so that's what I had, where I had gotten them. I didn't go like crazy, but I did pick like 1 or 2 colors of every color that I liked, basically. So I ended up with a lot of these, and then I got multiples, I'm sure, of like the gold and the brown and like avocado green and things like that. But that's where I got my like inventory of big twist, was during that sale. So those are the colors that I came up with. Now, I will show you how far I got, and I'm going to tell you right now that my plan had been to sew in all the ends, because every row you change colors on. I was going to sew in the ends and get a little bit more done. But what I did instead was I got more than I intended done, and I didn't sew the ends in. So the next week, for week 3, like this coming week, will basically be the last of the actual diamond and then the ends being sewn in. And then for the last week, I'll corner it off, rectangle it off, okay? So here is, so you can see, there's all my ends. I'm usually a sew my ends in kind of person too, but I've just been so lazy about it. Here's what I have so far. And you can see the diamond shape is starting to take shape. It's not quite like fully straight right here yet, but I have used, my goal was to use like a lot of the brown, the 2 different tones of brown, because that's like a lot of the poster, and then throw in like, here's the white and blue for that water and light area. I was just going to sprinkle that in and then sprinkle in the different gem colors. So like the rubies and the emeralds, and then the sapphires are going to be out here more. And I still have to put in a row of orange for the Goonie color, for the name. And I have quite a bit of the yellow, the gold, sprinkled in because of all the treasure. But yeah, that's what I have so far. And in case you're curious about what the heck I'm talking about with rectangling it off and all that. So like here was my last month's rectangle. Like as you can see with this one, I am about up to, I think I'm up to this row. So I'm going to finish off this, I'm going to finish off this, and then the actual pattern is going to stop right here. So like just above these all these popcorns, which the popcorns are going to be the sapphires, get it? In my new one. And then, yeah, and then I'll do whatever design I feel like doing in my corners. And like last month I had mentioned that like it is a little bit wavy when I put the black border on here, but I feel like once I attach the next rectangle that it will straighten out a bit better. And I think it will. So I'm just gonna like play around with it a little bit and try to get that to work out. But yes, so that there was a flashback of my old one, and one more time for the new one. I do really like this one. I think it looks pretty cool. It's definitely like different, even though some of the colors are the same. The way, you know, you can mix everything up comes out differently. And yeah, so each month will be similar but different, because not all the movie posters are going to be this similar in color either. I can tell you that right now, they're not. But picking out 9 colors, like some of the colors, I'll probably have to, like, you know, just grab the best I can. So there will be some like repeating, you know, like I'll have to be like, oh, look at that little bit right there, that's brown, I'm gonna put some brown in it, you know, or whatever, I'm sure. But decisions will be made along the way. And yeah, so I really dig this pattern. The pattern I don't think I mentioned is the designer of it is Aman Vanderkran, but the person who does the actual tutorials online is Tanya Leis, or Leis, L-E-I-S. She's very good with her tutorials too. She's got other tutorials for stuff kind of similar to this, like kind of like the Hooked on Sunshine stuff and everything, where you want to change colors every row and everything's different stitches and everything like that, which is what I was basically looking for, was just something like that, you know what I mean? Just to keep like my attention and your attention and make things look pretty cool. And I think this is going to look, like I mentioned last month, but it's going to look so like boho scrappy when it's done. I think it's going to be really cool. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys are still digging it. I'm digging it. But yeah, that is the end of the second week's update that came really late, so hopefully it was worth it. But I am going to let you go on that note. Like I said, if you want to play along and make some projects with us, my Facebook group will be linked down below. And yeah, just go ahead and put your project up there. You don't have to use these movies if you don't want to. We have had one or two people use other movies, and we just ask that you put like whatever poster from whatever movie is your inspiration so we can see what it is that you're doing. So, because I think that's cool to see other people's takes and things like that too. But yeah, just play along. It'll be fun. Join us. But all right, I will let you guys go. Thanks for joining me, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. I love you guys. Bye.